knife and fork, or a spoon and fork. In this game, you need to eat and drink. You don't die if you don't eat and drink, but what happens is you'll notice next to my alt's name, very English, you've got the red bar, which is obviously the health, and you've got that other one below it, and that's the stamina bar. Now, you've got to do a lot of running in this game. Like, most of this game is running. So, if you want to get anywhere in a reasonable amount of time, you want to make sure your stamina bar is kept in check. So, you need to eat and drink. Otherwise, it won't go up. So, you'll notice my hunger's gone down to 0. It's kind of like hollowed out. And my stamina's not going back up. But if I eat, I've got that to my hotkey button. So now it's gone away, and you'll notice my stamina's going back up. So you've got to kind of regulate your food and drink as you're playing. You get drink from a variety of sources. You can get it from like fountains, like that are dotted around the game. You can get like water bottles. So these things is like little canister things, and you can fill them with water from like a lake or a pond or something. And then you can make like a campfire, and you can actually cook them on the campfire. And then you get boiled clean water afterwards. If you just drink the water straight from like the river, then you'll get poisoned. So that's why you need to cook them. So that's how you get water. Food is pretty easy. You'll kill so many mutants in this game. Like, it's just you're constantly killing them. In fact, you can't move between areas without killing mutants really. And when you kill them, you can use a knife. Which you have to equip, like a knife, like this one. This is one of the most basic ones. You can get better knives, so you can cut things quicker. But yeah, knives let you get meat, and then you can cook the meat, and then you'll have fried meat. Different kinds of food. Different kind of food gives you different amounts of hunger back, and also they have like different effects. Like they have like stamina boosts and stuff like that. But yeah, anyway, that's sort of like you don't have to worry about that if you're just starting. But yeah. Anyway, that's that. I'm in the EU server currently. Yeah. Yeah. I have a character in US server, but I don't really. To be honest, I only played the US server because I had one really good friend that played with me on that, and I actually know quite a lot of people on the US server, but I don't really have anyone that I'm close to there at the moment, like as friends. So I'm just like, I feel like I'm playing alone when I'm on the US server, whereas playing on the EU server, obviously I mentioned I was in this clan, Africa Unite, and they were really cool guys. I enjoyed playing with them. So yeah, that's why I'm playing this one. And I'll just stop now, just because I want to show you something else. I don't know if any of you play Escape from Tarkov. I'm really into that. On that note, though, with Escape from Tarkov, my laptop struggles to play it, so streaming Tarkov is not really an option anymore. But anyway, if you have played Tarkov, you'll know that in the game you have to like bomb up your mags. It's the same function in this game, so you drag and drop over and you have to. It's cool, but also kind of irritating. So I guess I think the devs were kind of like, yeah, let's do this because it's kind of realistic, but at the same time, it's kind of not, because you can carry around like 20 magazines. Like, where do you put those magazines? I don't know. So kind of realistic, but also not. But hey, it's a cool little feature. Right, so I'm gonna leave the city now. Now, when you start the game, you might try and leave the city like I've just done. You need to do some quests first for like the courier, and then once you've done some little quests for him, you can get to go through this exit. So that's it. But yeah. So yeah, I'm coming through here, and I'm now. What I'm going to do is the daily quests to get Stalker reputation. And this will take probably 25 minutes, 30 minutes. I'll just be running around doing some quests, and then once that's done, I don't need to play with this alt aside from that, because to be honest, I only use the alt for this purpose. It's just a massive grind. You just got to like log in every day and do it. I've just not been playing for a while, so I've not been keeping up with it. Oh yeah, someone in chat just mentioned some of that. Yeah, I was wrong actually. That's not the only way out of that map. there is an underground where you can go behind the Palace of Culture. It's like a little underground bunker thing that you run through, and it takes you on it. I think it brings you up. If you see on the map here, this is where we are. So this is that map we were just in, where the train station was. And we came out of the city boundaries. There's like a imagine there's like walls here. Well, there is. So we've just come out here, and if you go through the Palace of Culture, it actually brings you up here, which is in between these block of flats. So you've got two ways out essentially. More than two ways out. There's another way out over here as well, and eventually once you've done enough quests, you can get out via the guy called Trapper. If you don't do the right quests, he'll say like you have to pay him 50 grand, but yeah, no one does that. That's just a rip-off. So anyway, there's that. So right, I'm gonna go and do these quests now. So the reason you do the quest, this quest in particular, it's important because yeah, like I mentioned about the buying stuff on the in-game market. So if you wanted to get a really good gun, you can't. The reason why I missed the old game is because in the old game you could literally buy like when I say buy, I mean buy with 100% certainty a gun. If you wanted a VS Ventures, or you wanted like I don't know some gun that you like the look of, you could just straight up just go and buy it. Now it's not like that on these servers. Now you have to buy loot boxes, and there's a percent. It's like a coin flip. In fact, it's less than a coin flip half the time. It's like less than 50%. It's like sometimes it's like 10% or something of getting a good AK. And a lot of the weapons you can't actually get through through the loot boxes, so you have to buy them from traders. Now, if you try and buy them from traders, they cost millions, like tens of millions. And if you don't want to pay that, the way you get around that is by doing these kind of quests with reputation. Basically, what the reputation equates to is you've done loads of work for the traders, so they'll knock loads of price off the weapons. So me doing this allows me to buy a really good AK for a relatively cheap price. That's basically it. Otherwise, it would be kind of impossible. I think I've just got the quest. Ah, thanks for the follow, dude. That was Edgardo. All right, so now one thing you'll learn if you play this is that the most lethal mutant in this game is dogs, and I refuse to argue on that point. I hate dogs so much. One or two dogs, pretty terrifying, but not impossible. A pack of 5 dogs or more, like imagine Neo from Matrix, and then 5 of him. That's basically what 5 dogs is like. You just you spray at the horde of dogs, and just somehow none of your bullets hit, and then you have to reload. But by that time, they're all at your heels, so it's like, oh well, I'm essentially dead now, so I'm just going to not bother firing any more bullets to save, so I can save ammo. So the times when you get attacked by mutants, you're just like, okay, well, it's already too late to defend myself, so I'm just gonna go up. You just stand there. You got to kill them before they get to you, but the animations are like, it's not like smooth, like they'll take steps and stuff. It's like they'll be going here and then they'll just like turn at a 90-degree angle, and then at the same speed they were going in that direction, they'll just be going in that direction. So it's on top of the hitboxes are a bit wacky. So anyway, it is what it is, but I like it though. It's good. Oh my god, someone's mentioned the Verilocks. Yeah, the Verilocks. The Verilocks are another mutant in this game, but yeah, they're another kettle of fish then. Basically, just like dogs, which are faster and deadlier, essentially. Ah, yes, someone's done a good deed, so I'm going to salute them. I can remember how to salute. I think I can actually. Where's the salute command? Alright, that'd have been really cool if I could remember it straight up. I don't remember. There we go. Right, okay. Gestures. There we go. Give him a good salute. He's done the world a favor by murdering those dogs. There we go. Right. Yeah, well, probably got to rebind all my controls because I probably forgot half them. Alright, so as you can see on here, I got rep. So as you can see here, the important one is the stalker rep, so it gives you 100. So basically what I'm doing is I'm doing a run around the map, and where I'm running to is each individual NPC that gives you a quest. That gives you a significant amount of stalker rep. It's basically the most efficient way of getting stalker rep by which takes the least amount of time. So it's like the most efficient way of farming stalker rep. It takes about half an hour to run the lap between the NPCs, and you get about 800 reps, something like that. And then you multiply that up by the amount of days, and then after about a month and a half, you've got enough rep. That's basically it. Saying that, I've not done it every day, so it's just taking a lot longer than a month and a half, but it's fine. There's no rush. We play it. There's no point in playing it if you're not enjoying it, so we play it at our leisure. A FAMAS with a rail? You mean like a Picatinny rail for like a scope or something? Right, okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure actually. Does the FAMAS in real in like the real FAMAS IRL, does that have the rail on it? I don't know if it does. I'm just picturing like it has like a carrying handle, doesn't it? I don't know. I'm not really familiar with the FAMAS. Oh yeah, there's probably a different version. Ah yes, the Field of Dogs. Okay, just one. Ignore that one. Alright, so this is like part of the map which has hardly changed. Like this is pretty much the same as it was back in like the alpha version of the game. Like the only difference is that in the original game you could come up to a tree like this, and what you used to do is crouch into the tree so that your head is poking in, kind of, or your shoulders poking into the tree, and then you'd stand up and jump. And then what you'd do is you'd start rising up the tree, and it was the same with buildings as well. And you can get on top of the apartments in the first map, and you could snipe people from top of. Anyway, they were some good days, some good times. But yeah, they removed that now. Another difference from back in the day was that when you come up to these mountains, they wouldn't render in properly, so it would look as like a completely flat wall. And then as you got closer, the ground would like drop and then like rise up as it rendered in. Really weird. And then the only other change that's happened is that they've reduced the amount of spiders here as well. Like they'd used to be like 10 to 20 spiders that would spawn in. Now you only get like a couple, so which is more reasonable, really. Yeah, I'm glad that I played it in the old days because I actually escaped the map once with a friend. We got like behind the. Oh, hello, speak of the devil. So when you come up here, you just need to check to make sure there's no anomaly. If there is an anomaly, then I just go the longer way around. But yeah, another really cool thing about Stay Out is I don't know if it was in the other game as well, but in Stay Out at least there's a function where you press space and it allows you to like take a step up. Back in the day that wasn't in, so you would try and like walk up a wall and you'd just start sliding down and there was nothing you could do about it. Or at least now you can like counter that by stepping up. It's really useful. Someone saying there was more. Oh, there was a lot more. Actually, the spider. I called them spider traps. The reason I call them spider traps is it's kind of like when you imagine a landmine, all right? Now, when you stand on a landmine, it activates and then you die. That's essentially what happens when you stand on a landmine. Well, in places like Vesuvius, you can activate what's called a spider trap, which basically spawns loads of spiders which instantly kill you, essentially.